Yo, parish orphans and retrogrades. Today, I told you so. On October the 9th, AD 2023. On October the 9th, AD 2023. On October the 9th, AD 2023, I foretold the fiducia supplicans trick. It's really the trick of synodality. And I'm gonna play that for you right now. In fiducia supplicans, Pope Francis took a binary, a yes or no situation. Can you do blessings for SS couples or no? There's a 2021 document by Ladaria affirming no. Just 2 years ago. In 2023, instead of saying, well, we're reversing that, yes, binary, he took a fake middle position, saying, well, I'm going to create a new type of blessing, not a liturgical blessing, but a pastoral blessing. I called out that anything coming out of the synod, the October synod, I called this the second week of the synod, anything coming out of the synod would create a fake middle term that would conceptually bump up, I said, to being really the part of the binary that they wanted to affirm but could not. Do we have that clip, Steph? Let's play that clip when you're ready.
Here's your outcome prediction. What I think he's going to do in the apostolic exhortation is create a new category. Yes, no. He's going to come up with a middle category. There's several indicia that this is what he'll do. No, women can't be ordained deacons, capital D, diakonos. That's closed. JP2 closed this matter in the middle 90s, right? Francis has to abide that. But in Acts of the Apostles, that word diakonos just means helper. Steph's my deacon around here. She's just an ordained. Francis is going to say they're more than just common deacons, right? They're not the proper ordained deacons, but they're in between. This is a binary. Here's your outcome prediction.
Holy cow, we synced that up perfectly, Steffi. High five. Because
what a deacon am I?
What kind of you are such a helper. So that was October the 9th. I have called things before on Rules for Retrogrades that Francis was going to do as he's become more and more obvious, but never with this amount of specificity. Now, the crowning achievement in specificity in foretelling, prognostication, will be when over the course of the next 10 or 11 months, he uses the fiducia supplicans trick. Can you have blessings? Yes, no. Well, here's a middle blessing that really is a blessing, a pastoral blessing, not a liturgical blessing. And when he applies that to actual women deacons, the only thing that's missing here is I thought deacons would go first before blessings. But that's the trick. You take a binary position, no, this is not allowed. X is not allowed. They want to make X allowed and get it to its opposite position. They say, well, it's not an official X. It's not an ordained deacon. It's not a liturgical blessing. It's a new kind of deacon. It's a new kind of blessing, a pastoral blessing. And they'll say yes to that. Holy cow. What am I supposed to do? Like, not tell you? Not point this out? One must stand up for oneself, for one's life, as Ebenezer Scrooge says. Too often I sympathize with Ebenezer Scrooge. Sorry. Not sorry. That was amazing. And it dawned on me after I did the show Breaking Fiducia Supplicans. Here appears the possibility of blessings for couples of the same sex. That is the direct quote from Fiducia Supplicans. And holy cow, there's so much news. All of these bishops national bishops' conferences or equivalents coming out and saying, no, we're not going to do this, probably pleases Francis because
they gave a middle finger to his middle blessing.
They gave a middle finger to the middle blessing. The Zambians, a big grouping of the English Catholics, the Roman Catholic bishops of Ukraine did it. The Malawians did it. Guess what the U.S. bishops did? Reported by LifeSite Catholic. They mostly went along with the blessings for these couples. The British Confraternity of Catholic Clergy, as reported by Damian Thompson, said, we conclude that such blessings are theologically and pastorally, practically inadmissible. This is a huge middle knuckle. If you know the score, where Francis said he reversed Catholic teaching on the death penalty by calling it inadmissible. You note that? That was a delicious little morsel. They said, sorry, we're not going to do that. It's inadmissible. There are whispers that he is going to attempt to excommunicate or threaten with some canonical censure those bishops that do not enforce the change. And you still have crazed, coping liars out there saying there's no change. Well, then why is the Vatican saber rattling about excommunicating those who don't enforce the change? That's the question. This is going to be a quick show. I want to introduce you to the quick show. I had to get in and get out, say a few things. Mainly, I told you so. October the 9th, I played you the clip. I told you so then. He's going to do the same thing, create this false middle category that's really meant to be that which is proscribed. Blessings, women deacons. He's going to do that later in the year. And so I have a few things I want to do really quickly. Now, in 2021, just to underscore, come here if you're being lied to or gaslit. In 2021, Cardinal Ladaria, the doctrinal chief at the time, who got fired, it is whispered, for this document, for this defensive teaching, for censuring Fernandez and especially Heiner Wilmer, the two CDF replacements that Francis tried immediately afterwards. This is the document in 2021. It is not licit to impart a blessing on relationships or partnerships, even stable, that involve sexual activity outside marriage, as is the case of the unions between persons of the same sex. This is not civil unions, just any relationships, partnerships, unions. Three synonyms for couple. It is not licit to impart a blessing on any relationships or partnerships involving sexual activity outside marriage, as is the case of the unions between persons of the same sex. That's 2021. If your lying friends tell you no change, here's the document in 2023 from December the 18th. Within the horizon, outlined here, appears the possibility of blessings for couples in irregular situations and for couples of the same sex. 2021, it is not licit to impart a blessing on ... relationships, partnerships, unions between persons of the same sex, any of those three. 2023, one more time. This is an Ed Fazer quote, who's been great on this. The possibility of blessings for couples of the same sex. Those are dense quotes from 21 and 23. This is a reversal of doctrine. This is formal heresy. There's no question about it. The text is that clear, 2021, 2023. And I even, because I'm a grammar master, I even diagrammed the sentence for you. Paragraph 31 of Fiducia Supplicans. Here appears the possibility of blessings for couples of the same sex. We had to ... that. So here we have it. Can we take a peek at this? Is this clear?
You're gonna have to bring it closer.
There we go. So
Let me get back. Sorry, let me get this off of the screen.
Okay, yeah. Let's let everyone see this. Okay. So what we have, and this is also a free homeschooling lesson because I told you the main thing your grammar school age children need to be doing, 90% of their day should be grammar. Here appears, here is the subject of a sentence. Appears is the verb. The possibility. Then we have a bunch, possibility is either a direct object or a predicate nominative, depending on how you qualify appears, which is a unique kind of verb that can either count as an action verb, which takes a direct object noun on the other side, or a linking verb, which takes a predicate nominative noun on the other side. This is a vague sentence. Appears can be one of those rare verbs that's like is or becomes. There aren't that many linking verbs. So the possibility is either the direct object receiving the action, or more likely it's a linking verb, appears, and possibility is the renaming of the subject, the predicate nominative. So what appears is the possibility. That's why I like this sentence as a linking verb sentence. Now, of blessings for couples of the same sex. These are three prepositional phrases. The first is of blessings is an adjectival phrase. Of blessings describes possibility, the predicate nominative. For couples is an adverbial prep phrase describing an adjectival prep phrase, the one of blessings. And of the same sex describes couples, meaning it is another, what kind of couples? Couples of the same sex. So it's another adjectival prep phrase clause. Prep phrases are almost always adverbial or adjectival. They act just like an adverb or an adjective. What this all means is that what appears here, what is existing here, is a possibility. What type? Possibility of same-sex couples in three prepositional phrases. So the word couple, now could we get up this this tweet I just did, Stevie? I looked up the definition of couple for you, and we have two aspects to my most recent tweet, which are the definition of couple. Can we put that on the screen there? I will read from it. Two individuals of the same sort considered together. Now, what can we go to the comment I left below it?
Just a second, I have to get it.
Considered together. What a couple being blessed, being considered together means is, in fact, that the couple presents themselves jointly, not severally. So if you go to the comments below that one, I left the top comment, and look at what we have. Look at what we have. It's very interesting. So, in part E of Dubia 2E from Duca, would you click on that, Stevie? We have the answer to the dubia, which happened September, October, last day of September, first day of October, where Cardinal Dominic Duca was answered in dubia, and I've been saying ever since they answered him, oh wow, they're going for blessings of SS couples. Here's how we know. Look at what's highlighted. For this reason, pastoral prudence must adequately discern whether there are forms of blessing requested by, what is that? I can't read it. One or more persons. Meaning it can be jointly or severally. At law, I hold rights jointly and severally with Steph. Some are several, meaning I have my own, she has her own. Jointly means we hold them together. A blessing jointly is one or more persons. That would be two. Two persons being blessed together. Guess what that is? That is not of the individuals. A joint blessing. This is in the document that first made it possible. And just so you know, when we skip to, would you go to the other picture next to it, Stevie? When we skip to the other pic, there we go, we have couples of the same sex. A sentence, a subordinate clause anyway, which actually it's an independent clause, which I just diagrammed for you. Couples of the same sex. And one more time, that definition of couple that I put up onto the screen for you one more time is two individuals of the same sort considered together. Just in case you didn't know that, Francis clarified and Fernandez clarified in the part 2E of his dubia responsum back in September, October. One or more presenting at the same time. So it would be one thing if they said, look, the couple can come and they can just one by one, they can get a blessing. Anyone can do that. That's fine. But they said, or if they want, both of them can get the blessing at the same time. That is joint. That is a blessing of the couple. There is no question here. This was outlawed, proscribed in 2021. There is no question. This is formal heresy. There's no other. People are saying it's ambiguous. It's not. It's not ambiguous. And it's so clear as a matter of simple fact that I called it. They said no blessings for SS unions, and they came up with blessings for SS unions. They changed it from liturgical blessings to pastoral blessings. They made up the new category. But they said no blessings. That means none of any kind. Do I need to do a Venn diagram or a truth table for you on this? I was a logic professor in college. No blessings means not one or more of blessings for SS couples. They said, well, we as I predicted on October the 9th, they will make up a new type of blessing and then give that. But even that doesn't work. His tricks, the Sankt Gallen tricks, don't actually work. Because even though you made up a new kind of blessing, which they're going to do new kind of deacons between Acts of the Apostles, lowercase d deacons, and ordained deacons, and they're going to come up with a middle kind of women deacons that are non-ordained but really ordained. You can't do that with blessings. It won't work with blessings because the 2021 CDF document said no blessings whatsoever. See, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to fool me. And he fooled a bunch of people out there